Hey everybody, Bob here, wrenching with Bob, and I've got a new one here I'm going to be doing on my F850gs. I'm going to be replacing the rear rotor. We're going to replace the old one with this one here, but this replacement disc I did not. I went for an aftermarket one, which was, I don't know, a third of the price, of course. Thanks BMW. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Stick around. We'll do a little bit of wrenching and hopefully help you out with some torque specs and all that kind of jazz.
Sun's up, tools out, got some work to do. Grease on my hands is nothing new. Bolts turn, gears grind, spark plugs, fire, wrenching with Bob, fixing what you ride. Tighten it up, tune it just right. Rolling that throttle, let's ride tonight, tonight. Oh, wrenching tight, giving your bike a brand new shine. From oil to wires, clutch to tires, wrenching with Bob, keep your ride alive.
All right, a quick update here. So I got the rear wheel off of the 850, and in fact I'm in the middle of doing chains and sprockets. But in the midst of that, I'm also going to do this rear rotor. So the rear rotor, once you've gotten to here, is held on by 5 bolts like this. Those are T40s. All right, with those 5 bolts out, then the rotor is happy to come right off of here. I chose to replace my bolts altogether, so I ordered a new set from BMW on this one. These are like $2 a piece, so there's $10 in bolts that already have some blue Loctite on them. They are special bolts, so this is not something I'd pick up at the hardware store. It'd be a matter of, do I use the old ones, which would probably be fine, or do I order new ones? Given that this is braking, pretty critical resource and everything, it seems prudent to spend $10. And you'll notice that there is that shoulder goes down into this recess where my pinky finger is, and on the back side there is no recess, right? So this is how you know for sure which way the rotor goes on. It goes on in this way so that those shouldered bolts can go down in that recess. All right, so here's the new rotor, and couple of items worth noting. One is you don't want to get your greasy fingers, even if they're just fingerprint oily fingers, on brake surfaces. So you can see I'm holding it to really minimize my contact there. Good practice to do. And as mentioned, these little recesses here are going to go to the outside because that's where these bolts and the shoulders go into. So that they're in that recess. So I'm just going to place that there. All right, so I've just put in these new bolts, just finger amount, just to know that they're threaded correctly, and you can kind of feel that. And then these are going to get bolted down in a crisscross pattern wise, so sort of start here, then next here, then next here, then next here, and then next here. I find it good to get those down just to snug in that same crisscross pattern, and then come back through, tighten it to torque spec, which is 30 Newton meters. And then go through one more time in the same crisscross pattern at 30 Newton meters one more time. All right, so I've gotten this buttoned up. 30 Newton meters, crisscross pattern, did it twice over. That's all great. Of course, I forgot to clean the disc before I put it on. Cleaning the disc is pretty important because there are manufacturing oils that can be on it. So brake cleaner, parts cleaner is kind of the best thing to do to take those oils off because it evaporates super quickly. Also doesn't damage brake parts like the pads. Second choice would be isopropyl alcohol, and that'd be fine as well. So either way, your choice, but make sure you clean it. So it's going to be a little more difficult for me because I'm going to have to do it from the back side. Not that big a deal, but anyway, make sure you do that.